Hisui stares at me blankly. She doesn't even give me a welcome home.
何かあった？気のせいか怒っているように見えるんだけど。
四季様にお客様です。
Yeah, you have a guest.
先ほどから居間でお待ちですので、どうぞお急ぎください。
俺に客？
Hisui nods.
おかしいな。俺を訪ねに来るやつなんていないはずだけど。引っ越したことを知ってるのはアリヒコぐらいだし、最近知り合いになったやつもいる。
I think.
I think she was there, yeah.
Wait a second. A terrible feeling washes over me.
翡翠、それどんなやつ？
An incredibly attractive blonde foreigner with big boobs, if you have to know.
金色の髪をした綺麗な女性の方です。
Oh.
There's only one person I know who fits that description. My reflexes take over. I break into a dash, sprinting towards the parlor as fast as my legs will carry me.
Must stop her from saying any more words.
何がどうなってんだ
I swing open the door and enter the room of death.
Yeah, Sui was already pretty disappointed.
But it's already too late. There's no stopping this now. My end is nigh.
Yeah.
あら、お帰りなさい。
My. Look who
今
came
夜も
home.
また定例通り遅かったですね。あ、やっと帰ってきたな、こいつめ。
Okay. So it plays out the same from there. Well, you might as well let...
Oh. No, it's technically still a different scene.
Okay.
It's just all the same dialogue, so skip is working.
痛いな。
Okay.
いきなり外に連れ出すなんて式って常識ないじゃ
Double
ない？
check and make sure the flowchart is
Okay.
filled in. Fantastic.
I mean, we could just continue from here.
Nah.
痛いな。いきなり外に連れ出すなんて式って常識ないんじゃない？
I've never heard a stupider question in my life.
お前こそ何のつもりだよ。真正面からうちの屋敷に来るなんて正気じゃないぞ。もしかして俺の生活をぶっ壊すつもりなのか、このバカ女。
バカ女ってあなた私をバカにしてるの？
How many times has he called you stupid?
バカをバカって言ってんだから、それ以外に何があるって言うんだ、バカ。反論があるなら聞いてやるから言ってみろ。
Oh shit, is she actually stumped by that?
I'm actually livid. I've never been in such an infuriating situation before. I have to give her a piece of my mind, otherwise I won't be able to let this one go.
何よ。私は式に会いに来ただけじゃない。
Did you have to
そんなに怒
antagonize
ら
my
れるようなこ
family?
としてないと思うけど。
会いに来ただけって、アルクエイド、お前本気で言ってるのか？
そうだけど何よ。何の問題もないからね。魔眼も使ってないし、極めて人間的
To
なア
be
プローチ
fair,
し
I
たん
don't
だ
think
し。
they suspected anything. That's not what had them worried.
式の妹さんにだって式の目のことも私が吸血鬼であることもちゃんと黙っててあげたんだから。
Well, alright.
そこは言わなくてもわかる。そっちの話に関しちゃ常識ありそうだからな、お前。
わかんないな。それじゃあなんでそんなに怒ってるのよ、あなたは。
そっちがあんまりにも考えなしだからだよ。
Says Mr. Chuck Me with the Rock.
Yeah, you know.
この際だからはっきり言っておくぞ。周囲の目を考える。自分の特徴を自覚する。頼むからもうちょっとおとなしめに行動すること。お前はいるだけで目立つんだから。
That's all you had to tell? What the?
I feel better now that I've said what needed to be said.
Random Neko arc?
Though Ark, who'd been on the receiving end of it, seems the complete opposite. She glares at me like a pouting cat.
何よ、勝手なことばっかり言って。だいたいいるだけで目立つってどうしてよ。私、外見は人間と変わらないでしょ。
Yeah, if we were in Europe, maybe.
Right.
美人はいるだけで目立つんだよ。人間であるかどうかなんて関係ない。
Also, like, there's not many people with blonde hair in this entire country.
Casual compliment.
Yeah.
I reply to her frankly. Maybe it's because I gave her a straight answer, but Ark readily accepts it. Or I think it's just because you told her she was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. He's
まあ
not
こっち
thinking
も
about
言い
it.
過ぎた。こういう修羅場は初めてだったから気が動転してたんだ。
別にいいよ。悪かったのは私の方みたいだし。
Well, if you're gonna call me beautiful, I'll excuse you calling me an idiot, and also,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
kind of negates itself
just
there.
admit that I'm the problem.
Well.
Ark bows her head in a show of honest remorse. Somehow I'm starting to feel guilty for thinking she may have had some ulterior motive.
To be fair, she was messing with Akiha.
どうしてうちに来たりしたんだ。いや、俺もお前に話があったから
Actually,
渡
scratch
りに
that.
船だ
I
け
was
ど。
looking for you anyway.
You know, I went to your house to try to find you, and you weren't there. So, shock my surprise when I figured out you were at my house.
Right.
そうなの？私は単に式はどうしてるのかなって様子を見に来ただけなんだけど。
You couldn't have just waited for me at school? Like the first time?
Yeah, wait. Do you not know about the ninth victim?
そうか、興味本位か。次は木の陰にでも隠れてこっそり見に来てくれ。できるだけ誰にも見つからないように。できれば俺にも見
Oh,
つから
come
ないよ
on.
う
She can
に。
wait for you at school.
You definitely don't mean that last one. I feel exhausted all of a sudden. Though this isn't exactly the first time I've been caught up in one of Ark's little whims. And the fact that she didn't tell Akiha anything means she at least put some consideration into my position here.
ともかくだ。真剣に話したいことがある。ここじゃ落ち着かないから場所を変えた
You
いんだけ
know,
ど。
it isn't here,
I
I
mean, you
guess.
seem to be talking fine right now.
Yeah, you mentioned the
いいけど。
vampire mystic eye stuff.
話って何よ？
There's Kohaku just like poking her head around the corner.
Interesting, taking notes.
すぐにわかる。そうだな。そろそろ人気もなくなるし、公園あたりがいいかもしれない。
I motion toward the road and start walking. Ark tilts her head in curiosity, but follows after me without a word.
Alright, it is in fact quiet. I'll give you that.
話って何なの、式？
吸血鬼のこと。お前、前に言ったよな。
Yeah,
巷を騒がしている通り魔殺人
right?
は。
That's why the blood was drained of all the victims.
Ark nods.
それじゃあ、今朝のニュースで新しい犠牲者が出たっていうのは知ってるか？昨日の夜に通り魔に殺されて血を抜かれたらしいんだけど。
She narrows her eyes. I can tell I've stepped on thin ice. One wrong step will be the end of me.
ふん。それで？
それでって、
Oh,
お前、
I swallow nervously. Ark peers right at me. Her eyes tell me that she's ready to pounce at the slightest movement.
おかしいじゃないか、アルクエイド。ブローブは死んだ。なのに、どうしてまだ吸血鬼騒ぎが起こる？まさかとは思うけど、あれは、お前。
If this is your doing,
はあ、もうそんなわけないでしょ。それは私じゃなくて他の吸血鬼の仕業
yeah,
よ。
you know, there's just a third vampire in town, that's all.
Ark interjects, slicing through the tension. Oh, thank fuck. A strange happiness wells up in my throat,
Yeah, he didn't want to think Ark did anything bad.
but I shouldn't get my hopes up yet. It's great that it was another vampire, but there's still a couple things that don't make sense, like there being another vampire.
Right, like, I thought, you know, you were supposed to be going after Vlav to stop the serial killings, but, you know.
他の吸血鬼の仕業って、そう次から次へと吸血鬼が出てくるのか。
まさかあの事件は初めから一人の吸血鬼の仕業よ。この町を食い物にする新しい吸血鬼なんてやってこないし、ブローブだってあの事件には全く関係ないわ。
Ah, yeah.
Love was never connected?
Even with all the people he killed?
それどういう意味だよ。
Well, to be fair, the people he killed all burned to death,
Yeah, that's probably
rather
true.
than having their blood drained.
I thought, what she was talking about, like, the ghouls would drain the blood and bring it back to Vlav during the day, when he was asleep or something.
言った通りの意味だけど、もう仕切って切れるようでどこか抜けてるのね。いい？確かにブローブは吸血鬼だったけど、あいつは人の血を吸っていた？
Yeah, we watched him drain a woman in the mall or a hotel.
吸っていたかって当然だろ。
Ah.
あいつはあんなに人間を片っ端から燃やして。
So that's it. How did I not notice something so obvious? The bodies left behind by the serial killer had been drained of blood, but they were otherwise unscathed. But Vlav was different. He burned his victims. He drank their blood too, but draining them was never his modus operandi. Come to think of it, the victims at the hotel weren't connected to the serial murders. They were treated as casualties of a fire.
Yeah, due to the scale of it all.
Which means Vlav must not have had any connection to the serial murders to begin with.
待ってくれ。じゃあ吸血殺人事件は何なんだ？
The vampire, dumbass.
Yeah.
一体どこの誰があんな真似をしてやがる？
だからあの事件はブローブとは別の吸血鬼の仕業なの。私はその吸血鬼を殺すためにこの町にやって
I
きた。
thought you very clearly told us before you came here to kill Vlav.
Yes?
ブローブが来た理由は、ちょっとあやふやになってきたわね。てっきり私を追いかけてきた一人かと思ったけど、ブローブにはそれだけの理性、血と社会における協調性はなかったみたいだし。ま、そのあたりはもういっか。ブローブは死んだんだし。
I
But
don't think
anyway,
you
who-
should hand-wave this away.
But anyway, who cares about that loser? He's dead now.
I mean, sure, but why did you make us fight him if he wasn't, like, the guy you were here for?
Well, because he was trying to kill me.
I guess.
とにかくブローブとこの町に救っている吸血鬼は別物よ。ブローブは正真正銘無関係の第三者。
Uh-huh.
私標的がブローブだなんて言わなかったでしょ。
I suppose, in the strictest sense, no, she did just make a bunch of assumptions.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, you said you came here to kill a vampire. You subsequently told us that Vlav was a vampire.
I thought she told us
Which-
Vlad was behind the killings, but...
Which gives the implication that Vlav was the reason that you were here.
Yeah.
But I suppose, strictly speaking,
ブローブにとっての標的は私だったけど、私にとっての標的はこの町で通り魔と言われている吸血鬼だけよ。
Okay. So maybe she didn't know
まさかとは
Vlad
思
until
う
he
け
showed up
ど、
at the hotel
ものすごく
randomly?
単純な勘違いしてたとか？
I swallow nervously. Ark's right, though.
Is she?
She said her goal was to kill the vampire, which I just assumed was Vlav.
That's a pretty
それじゃあ
fair assumption.
あの夜ブローブと殺し合ったのは
Well, no, he
無
was
意味な
dangerous
ことだ
too.
ったっていうのか。
無意味じゃないわ。シキは私の代わりに戦ってくれたんじゃない。 ま、シキさえ私を殺さなかったらその必要もなかったでしょうけど。
Yeah, that's true.
You just can't let that go, can ya? God, you kill a girl one time!
Yeah.
The exhaustion hits me such that it feels like my knees will give out at any second. It was all pointless. Killing Vlav changed nothing in the end. There's still a vampire in town, and even if it was just for a split second, I tried to pin the blame on Ark. Ah, shit. Disappointment and self-loathing swirl around in my head.
悪い。しつこいけど、最後に確認させてくれ。ブローブは吸血鬼殺人には関係なくて、ここ1ヶ月街を騒がしているのは別の吸血鬼ってことだな。
うん、そういうこと。でもこれは私が済ませる問題だから式は気にしないでいいよ。
Oh.
そんなことよりねえ。
Oh, really? You couldn't handle Vlav because you were so weak from being killed. But this other guy...
Well, I guess she recovered some of her strength? Anyway, what's more important than that?
Ark looks up at me, a wide smile brimming across her face.
なんだよ。言っておくけど、ものすごく余裕がないぞ、俺。
My feelings are all over the place right now. Anything she says could knock me right off my feet.
ちょっとした疑問よ。二人でブローブを倒した時のこと。ねえ、なんで3分だったの？
なんでって何が？
Because I was gonna run out of all stamina and collapse, I guess?
式、3分しか時間はないって言ってたじゃない。どうして3分なのか全然わからなくて。